You are not a burden. You are a powerhouse. Never forget it. I met Stella at a business award ceremony a few years back. The room was buzzing, filled with the who's who of the industry, but all eyes were on her. She was on stage accepting the award for Entrepreneur of the Year, graceful, confident, and radiating an energy that just captivated everyone. Her speech was incredible, but it wasn't until later, when we shared a coffee, that I learned the true depth of her story. It wasn't a story of overnight success or lucky breaks. It was a story of recovery, of rising from the ashes of a life that was designed to keep her small. Stella grew up in a world where her worth was constantly questioned. Her family, the very people who should have been her biggest cheerleaders, were her loudest critics. They told her she was a burden, that her dreams were foolish, and that she would never amount to anything. Her ex-husband continued this narrative, chipping away at her self-esteem day after day. He controlled everything, from the finances to who she could see. She was told she was nothing without him, that she was incapable of making her own decisions. For years, she lived in this emotional prison, starting to believe the lies she was fed. The vibrant, ambitious woman she once was had faded into a shadow, just trying to survive each day without causing a ripple. One day, something inside her snapped. She looked in the mirror and didn't recognize the person staring back. That was the turning point. She knew she had to leave, not just for herself, but to show her children that this was not what love or life was supposed to look like. The day she packed her bags was the scariest day of her life, but also the most liberating. With almost nothing to her name, just a small suitcase and a heart full of fragile hope, she stepped into the unknown. The early days were tough. She worked 3 jobs, barely slept, and faced constant rejection. She was a single mother with a massive mountain to climb. But with every setback, a fire inside her grew stronger. The same words that were meant to break her now became her fuel. "You'll never make it," echoed in her mind, but this time it was a challenge, not a verdict. She started a small business from her kitchen table, pouring every ounce of her being into it. It was a simple idea, born from a problem she herself had faced, but she approached it with a relentless passion. She taught herself everything: marketing, finance, product development. She networked, she pitched, she failed, and she got back up again, stronger each time. Her small kitchen table venture started to grow. First, a few local customers, then it expanded regionally, then nationally. Her brand, built on authenticity and a genuine desire to help others, resonated with people. Her company wasn't just selling a product. It was selling a story of empowerment, a story that was deeply, personally hers. Within a decade, her kitchen table idea had blossomed into a billion-dollar brand, a household name. But the real moment of validation, the one that brought tears to her eyes, didn't happen in a boardroom or on a stage. It happened on a random Tuesday night. She was at home watching the evening news when a segment about her company came on. They showed her picture, calling her a visionary and a titan of industry. Her phone buzzed. It was a message from an old friend with a screenshot. It was a post from her ex-husband's social media. He had seen the broadcast. The post was just a single word: wow. In that one word, she felt the entire weight of her past lift. It wasn't about revenge or proving him wrong in a vindictive way. It was about proving herself right. It was the final, quiet confirmation that she had not only survived, but triumphed. The world that had once tried to silence her was now broadcasting her success. Seeing his shock, his jaw-drop moment captured in a single word, was the closing chapter of her old life and the triumphant beginning of her new one. Stella's story is a powerful reminder that our past does not define our future. The voices that try to hold us down can become the very motivation we need to fly higher than we ever imagined. You are not a burden. You are a powerhouse. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to follow for more stories that inspire.